Well, May is National Barbecue Month.
And we are joined by home chef and foodie Shanisty, Ireland, just in time for Memorial Day barbecue recipe ideas. It is so good to have you back on the show, Shanisty.
So happy to be here, guys. I don't know about you guys, but this is my kids' last week of school. I am so excited for summer. And you know, it's funny because I always think, okay, the next season we're going to get into, things are going to slow down, but no, it's like the pool and all the other summer activities, and not to mention firing up the barbecue and maybe having some friends over for the end of this school year / Memorial Day.
Oh, it's perfect timing for that, right?
Oh, it's perfect timing. Who doesn't love a good barbecue? Now, Shanisty, what do you have in front of you there? What are you making for us?
Okay, so first I want to talk a little bit about barbecuing because, you know, it really does take an art form on its own. I am not an expert barbecuer per se because it takes a tremendous amount of patience. As many people out there are watching this, they're thinking, duh, Shanisty, I know this already, but it really is that slow process of cooking in indirect heat. It takes several hours. People prepare their meat days before. So if you're going to be barbecuing this coming weekend, now is the time to start that process of marinating the meat and making sure everything's ready to go for your barbecue. Don't use gas, all of those fun things. And what I love to tell people as well, if you're gonna be attending a barbecue this weekend, don't dress up, don't wear anything like I'm wearing because you're gonna get messy, right? The barbecue sauce is gonna be going everywhere. And those are kind of my fun little barbecue tips if you're gonna be attending a barbecue this weekend. So I'll get into the recipe if you guys are ready.
Yeah, you dig right in there because it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. It's not even there yet, Jim. Just hold on. Okay, so I've got the Southern Recipe pork rinds that I'm going to be using. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Of course, you can pick this up locally in Lexington at Kroger. We're going to be using that as the base for these nachos. These are going to be pork rind nachos. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking brisket, barbecue brisket, of course. As I said, I wasn't the expert on it, but I did come up with the actual barbecue sauce, which I used garage beer for. I used the beer in the sauce. Have you guys ever had a beer-based barbecue sauce before?
I don't believe so.
No.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's really flavorful. It's really delicious. And if you're not familiar with garage beer, this is refreshing. It's really delicious. It kind of is similar to a Corona or something a little bit on the lighter fare. So it's really wonderful for a barbecue coming up this Memorial Day weekend. What I did is I took that, I added it with some brown sugar, I added it with some tomato sauce, cumin, paprika, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Also had, what else did I have in there? Salt, pepper to taste, a couple of other ingredients, and then I went ahead and put that into a puree, like a blender, and mixed up my barbecue sauce. Then, of course, I put it on my brisket. So we're gonna go ahead and put the brisket on top of the Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. And the reason why I like using pork rinds, guys, is they are keto friendly, they're high in protein, low carb, and they're also less likely to get soggy. That's the key. I think that sometimes with tortilla chips and other kinds of chips, they can get soggy. So we're gonna put that on top, and then really it's up to you guys. If you wanna put sour cream, if you wanna put cheese, jalapenos on it, however you wanna make your pork rinds. What I really suggest, if you're thinking about doing something like this for Memorial Day, is creating kind of a nacho bar, having all of the fixings out, and then people can just come up and make their own. That way you're not sitting there making nacho bars for everybody the entire time.
Now, you're big on pork rinds, I've noticed. A lot of times when we talk to you, you're really big on them. And what kind of makes you lean toward them, other than what you were talking about there with this particular situation?
They're such a great, delicious, crunchy snack. And as I mentioned, the high in protein, keto friendly, low carb, they also have collagen in them. So they're really a healthier choice as opposed to the potato chip or the pretzel or anything like that. And it's just kind of nice if you have some kind of a charcuterie board that's out or a chip platter or any kind of a dip. Having that as another option. People don't usually typically think to go to the pork rind, but I think people would be surprised to know there's a variety of different flavors that they have. They have barbecue flavor and cracked pepper, and they have kimchi, a bunch of different flavors that go along with it. And so it's just kind of a nice alternative and something to have on the side along with the traditional potato chip or tortilla chip.
Yeah, all this sounds so good, and we had the recipe up there on the screen. Hopefully everyone was jotting down their notes there. But Shanisty, where can we learn a little bit more about you?
Yeah, head over to my Instagram, guys. It's at Shanisty Ireland. I have lots of delicious recipes on there and a lot of fun end of the school parenting. Like, we can get through this, guys. I mean, I basically sent my kid to school today with some croutons as a snack because I'm just over it. But we can
That is not a bad snack.
That's some
I
good
should give
stuff.
them crimes, but I didn't think of it. I needed it for you guys.
Well, we appreciate you so much, and thank you for sharing your recipe with us, Shanisty.
Yeah, thank you so
Great.
much.
We'll see you again. Have a good Memorial Day.
You too.